Hello, welcome to another Reaper blog tutorial. Today we're going to talk about ground control. It's a free audio router for Mac. Here's the ground control website. This is gingeraudio.com. You can download this by just entering your email address. They'll email you the link to download it. It's a free audio routing app, essentially virtual audio cable sort of thing, but there's also this ground control cube little app that lets you control the ins and outs, mono, mute, dim, overall volume control with a meter. So super useful tool, similar to Soundflower or Black Hole, but with monitoring control built in there. I think this is a really great option. So this was just launched. The developer emailed me and wanted me to check it out, and we tried it out on a stream and it worked great. So I'm sharing this with you guys today. If I recall correctly, installation was pretty simple, but the only thing you definitely need to do is go into the security and privacy, under privacy page, go to microphone, and then make sure that ground control cube is enabled there. Once installed, you'll find it in the sound control panel. You can choose input or output. So let's think of some situations here. So let's say you have some audio playing out of a web browser and you want to record that into Reaper. What you would do is set your system audio output to ground control 2 channel. Here's the little routing monitor mixer sort of thing. So the input would be ground control 2 channel and output would be whatever audio device you want to send to. If I choose audio fuse, that's my audio interface and that will let me hear it out on my speakers. But if I want to send this audio out to my other computers so that we can record this video, I'll have to send it out of my cam link. Okay, so let's get some audio. So I'm just going to play some music from 65 Days of Static here. They've been doing this live stream for since March 29th. Okay, so it's playing in YouTube. So that audio is already coming out to my other computer. So for now, I'm just going to actually set this to no output, just to silence that. And I'll show you how you would set this up in Reaper. So we'll open up preferences and go to audio device and change the audio device to ground control 2 channel. And we'll keep the same settings here and okay. And so on this track, we'll just change this to a stereo input and that music's already coming through. Yeah, I can hit record here and it's recording, and I'll just pass that audio through again so that you can hear it. And I'll pass the audio through to my speakers so I can hear it. So this control here doesn't affect the input level. Only the output level. So let's say we have some video playing in a browser and we want to pass that through to our stream, a live stream to Twitch or YouTube. I'm using Streamlabs OBS here, so I'll just go to the settings button and then audio. I've selected ground control 2 channel as one of my audio inputs. Once you have that enabled, you'll see it in the mixer. So I've got ground control 2 channel here, and you can mute that to stop it from going to the stream. You can add effects to it in the filters menu here, or you can open up the advanced settings and choose which channel it plays out of, whether I'm monitoring it, any of those sorts of things. So this isn't the only option out there for audio routing on the Mac. This is one of the free options, and I think it is a very good free option. If you are okay with spending a bit more, I do recommend the Loopback 2 plugin from Rogue Amoeba, and I'll show you why. So here's my setup that I have on my Mac right now. I've got Finder set up to route to channels 1 and 2, and that lets me preview a sound and have that go out to my stream or into my recording. Any sounds coming out of Firefox will go to channels 1 and 2. I've got my iPad there, and I've got that actually split so that it will go out to my stream, and it will also go out to my speakers directly. So sending out of 1 and 2 splitting into channels 3 and 4 of Loopback, and then out to the monitoring outputs. And I've got the output of Reaper. So this Loopback takes your app outputs directly rather than having to set those to a virtual audio cable and then have to deal with where you're monitoring things. This even lets you control the output level of each one individually. So while this isn't free, for $99 you get a lot more control, and it's all done in a different way that is ultimately more flexible, more complicated perhaps. But yeah, there is definitely room for having both of these. And you can even have ground control as one of the input options in here. I'm only bringing up Loopback in case you were curious. You've seen my previous video on Loopback and wondering if ground control covers all the bases for what I need to do with a live stream. The truth is it's not quite everything I need to do, but it's definitely a great problem solver, reduces the number of cables you need to run, things like that, multiple computers or multiple devices for different sound sources. And so far in the time I've been using it, it's been stable and no issues with it whatsoever. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Support the Reaper blog through Patreon, and visit reaperblog.net for a lot more tutorials.